Hello. Today we will be discussing how to switch scenes in NetBeans IDE 26 using Java SDK 24, JavaFX 24.0.2, and Scene Builder. We will create 4 separate scenes in Scene Builder. We will change the background color of each scene to the colors red, green, blue, and yellow. To switch scenes between the colors, we will add buttons. For the red screen, we will add buttons for green, blue, and yellow. For the green screen, red, blue, and yellow. We will continue the process for blue and yellow. Let's start building the program. We have created a new project called Switch Scenes. To save time, we have already set up the backbone of the program. I go into details in my prior video, NetBeans IDE 26 and JavaFX. I will leave a link in the description. A quick review. We go to our properties, under the libraries. I have already added the class path to JavaFX. For compiling, I remove the checkmark from compile on save. And under run, we have added the VM options for JavaFX. In the main class, we will be using anchor pane instead of the titled pane. So we changed the layout to anchor pane. As you can see here, we've declared main layout as an anchor pane, and the import is here. In Scene Builder, we will create a blank scene. And for this project, we will use an anchor pane. Next, we will add 3 buttons. So the first button we'll call it green. Change its size so it's easier to see. One will be blue. This one will be yellow. For each button, we'll add a FX ID. This one will be button green. One will be button blue. And this one will be button yellow. And our main scene will be called scene red. Okay, I will now save this and we'll put it in programs, switch scenes, source, com4 view, and I am going to call this one red. We will then save this file as green and then blue and finally yellow. Now we can open up those files we created. Here's blue, here's green, here's yellow. We'll have to open red. Okay. So we'll leave red the way that it is. Let us change blue. So our buttons will be red, green, and yellow. We'll change our FX IDs to match. Red, green. Yellow would have stayed the same. Realign them a little and we'll save. Blue is complete. Red is complete for now. Yellow, we want to change these buttons. Red, blue. Now we'll change the actual name on the buttons. Red, green, blue, and we'll realign them. Save it. And finally, green. This will be red, blue, and yellow. Change the FX ID. This is scene green. This is button red, blue, yellow. Blue. This is now blue. And I changed the name. So green has been changed. Yellow. So all of our scenes have been created. Okay, so we can't change the background of colors directly through the scenes, through Scene Builder. Now to add background colors, we will need to use cascading style sheets. In NetBeans, we will need to add a new package to our program. So right-click on our package and choose New, Java Package. And we want to call this CSS for Cascading Style Sheets. Click Finish. Then under CSS, right-click, choose New, and we want to choose Cascading Style Sheets. You may have to drill down to Other, and Cascading Style Sheets from here. Click on Next. We will name our style sheet Style Sheet. Click Finish. Our style sheet is now created. Now we will add in the style sheet, we will add background colors for the 4 different scenes. First, we'll start with our red screen. And because it's JavaFX, we will use the tag fx-background color. And we're going to use the hex FF0000. Now we will do the green screen. And the same thing, FX, background, color. And for this one, we will use the hex code 00FF00. Now we'll add our blue screen. And FX, background, color. And for this one, it will be 0000FF. And finally, our yellow screen. FX, background, color. FF. Oh. Make sure we save that. And we're done with the style sheet. So before we go back to our scene builder and add those colors to each of the scenes, we'll compile our program. Okay, now we'll go back to our scene builder. We'll go to the red screen first. And under properties, select the screen. Under the properties, under the style, style sheets, we drill down to our switch scene, source, or CSS style sheet. Click on OK. Then we choose from our style class. Ours is red screen. And now you can see that the screen is now colored red. Save this. Now we'll do the same thing for the green screen. Go to the green screen, for properties, style sheet. And because we've already drilled to the style sheet, it'll be there by default. And under style class, just right click, choose green screen. Save that. And then we'll do the same thing for the blue screen. Make sure that the scene is selected. Go to properties, under style sheets, choose style sheet, and then right click on style class and choose blue screen. Save that. And finally, we'll do the yellow screen. So same thing, go to properties, style sheets, style sheet, right click on style class, choose yellow screen. So now we want to add some code for the buttons. To do this, we'll go back into our NetBeans, and we want to create a new class under com.bore, and the new class will be called Scene Controller. Finish. Okay. So if you remember, we have 4 different buttons that we're dealing with. We have the red button, the blue button, the green button, and the yellow button. First things first, we are going to need to create a stage, a scene, and a container to hold it all in called root. We'll create our stage, our scene, and our parent root. Okay. Alt Enter. Make sure you choose the JavaFX import. Alt Enter JavaFX import for scene. Alt Enter JavaFX for stage. Now we'll create the methods needed to change the scenes. So the first one we'll create is for the red, and we'll call it switch to red. Now it will take an action event, and it could throw an exception, so we're going to throw in a capture for that. So again, action event, we want to import. Make sure that you choose the JavaFX. It gives you 3 different options for the exception here. For the IO exception, you want Java IO, and for the action event, you want the JavaFX event action event, not the Java AWT event action event. If you choose the Java AWT one, it will not work in Scene Builder. So make sure you have the JavaFX one. And then now, so here's the code that we need for our switch to red. First, we're going to set our root to be the FMXL package, our FX. First, we're going to set our root to be our FXML scene red, because we are switching to the red scene. We need to tell it to use the FXML form, our scene that we built called red. Now we need to know where to put that, because we already have a scene active. So what we're going to do is we're going to get that scene, change it to a node, and then change that node into a stage. Now we're going to set our scene to be root, which is our new scene that we built, and we're going to set our stage to be that new scene. And then we're going to show that stage. So the stage goes and gets the window, and we go and set the new stage to replace the stage that's currently showing to be the red scene. Now we're going to, because the code is going to be similar for the next for all 4 switches, we'll just do a copy paste. And we'll make the changes. So this next one will be switched to blue, and it will point to the blue FXML. And the next one will be green, and it will point to the green FXML. And finally, we want to point the yellow FXML. Okay, now we have to add our import for the FXML loader, and make sure that we choose the JavaFX version. And then we have this node. We're going to add the import for that, and that make sure you choose again the JavaFX scene node. And that is it for our scene controller. Now make sure that you compile it. If you do not compile it, it will not allow you to add the code to our scene builder. So now we go back to our scene builder, and we want to choose the red FXML. And now on the lower left-hand side, you'll see controller. Choose that. And then we're going to add the package directions to find the scene controller that we created. So it's com.boor.scene controller, and then we choose the button. And now we want to go to the code for that button, and under on action, this is a green button. we want to put in here switch to green. And on the blue button, switch to blue. On the yellow button, switch to yellow. Make sure you save it. Now our red form is complete. Let us go to our blue form. Let's do our blue form next. Again, go to controller. We want to put in here com.bore.scene-controller. Now, if you used a different package, make sure you specify the package name that you used and not the one that I'm using. This is where I've got the class located, so I have to specify the direct location of that class. Now we click on our red button, go down to code. On action, we want to switch to red. Green, switch to green. On yellow, switch to yellow. Make sure you save it. We'll go to our green. Again, go to the controller, com.bore.scene-controller. Use our red button, go to code. On action, switch to red. On the blue, switch to blue. And on yellow, switch to yellow. Here you save it. And finally, on our yellow scene, add the controller com.bore.scene-controller. Click on the red button, go to code. On action, switch to red. On the green, switch to green. And on the blue, switch to blue. Here you save it. Now we'll switch back to our NetBeans. Okay, now everything is ready to go. We will now compile the program. And if everything goes well, as soon as we run it, it will work. Okay, here's our scene switching program. Let's run through our options to make sure that everything works. So on the red screen, we can go to green, back to red, and we can go to blue, back to red, and we can go to yellow, back to red. Then we want to go to blue, and we want to go to green, back to blue, to yellow, back to blue. And then on your green screen, you can go to blue, back to green, to yellow, back to green, and back to yellow. And from yellow, you can go to blue, and then back to yellow. All of our options are working. And that's the end of the program. So we'll see you next time with our next project.